What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where I'm here at Audi Lakeland in Florida with a spec we have not seen yet on the Audi e-Tron GT for the 2024 model year. And that spec, well, you see it right behind me here today. So with that said, you guys hopefully will love this as much as I do. We'll take a walk around, see what this e-Tron GT sports sedan for the electric era is all about. Big shout out to Audi Lakeland here in Florida, as always, for letting me take a spin around this e-Tron GT. If you guys are looking to get into any of their cars, especially this one, make sure you guys check the links in the description so you guys can get to their website, check out their inventory, call them, and get one of these e-Trons in your driveway today. And when you mention dimensions for this e-Tron GT, you're looking at a wheelbase of 114.2 inches with a length of 196.4 inches, a width of 77.3 inches, and a height of 54.9 inches with a curb weight of 5,171 pounds. Now looking at the Suzuka Gray, it is such a light gray that it almost looks white. At least to me, I would say. Suzuka Gray metallic, so the metallic flake in this paint is definitely going to bring out a white feel. But yeah, that's almost like a silverish, whitish color that is a very, very light gray. So again, don't let the name deceive you when it comes to the overall paint finish. But you guys can see that pearl, or that metallic, should I say, it looks very good. The Audi rings right up front, done in silver as well. The texture front fascia, and then obviously down here you will have your sensors and everything hidden underneath the rear, or sorry, front fascia right there, with the front lip carrying over from the whole mask of the car all the way through to the other side, where you will see that we have our blades here, and these are actually functional, so you guys will see those will actually feed straight through. And then you have the laser headlights, which we will see illuminated shortly. They look so good up front. And then the side blades that are actually functional and aerodynamic as well for extra, fuel economy, but sorry, for extra range here for your battery. Well, obviously you're gonna have that airflow there to make everything slide through the air. So with that said, you guys will see all of this setup. It looks pretty good per usual when it comes to the front fascia. I love it. Now check out the side profile, because we have the 20-inch 5 double spoke wheels, as you guys can see, all season tires wrapped around them with the Audi rings in the center there. We also have our charging port, one of two, which I will explain that in just a moment. You guys will see the side skirt is actually that same gray finish when it comes to the front fascia and the front mask of the car. So we have some symmetry here because they match the colors for the complete side skirt all the way down. You also see our mirror caps are in the same Suzuka Gray, with the door handles being in the same body color, but the roof done completely in glass, completely flowing all the way to the rear glass. I mean, it just is so just seamless when it comes to this whole pass through here. I love the way that they have that, and it's a very aerodynamic look when it comes to the side profile of the complete e-Tron GT. Now when it comes to the rear profile of the Audi e-Tron GT, I just love that sloping roof line, and as you guys can see, the laser tail lamps wrap completely around the vehicle, giving it a very Tron-esque look, is what I like to call it, like the movie Tron. Now with that said, you will also see the Audi rings in silver, just like up front, and you will also see the e-Tron GT badging there as well. Now with that said, going below, you will see a rear diffuser done in that same great finish when it comes to the front fascia and the side skirts. Again, they symmetry like when it comes to the whole color scheme and keeping it all flowing. And that's a very aggressive rear diffuser for an EV, right? I feel like it really adds to the sporty aspect of the rear profile of the e-Tron GT Quattro. Now when it comes to power, this e-Tron GT, remember, has a 93.4 kilowatt battery with dual motors and Quattro all-wheel drive. There's going to be a single speed front transmission and 2-speed rear transmission. That's going to also bring adaptive air suspension as well to this model. So with a front motor that's permanent magnet synchronous and a rear motor that's the same, you get a combined horsepower of 522 horses, 472 pound-feet of torque. So that's going to give you a 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, a 0 to 100 in 8.5 seconds, a quarter mile time at 119 miles per hour, and a top speed at 152 miles per hour, and that's limited. Now when it comes to charging, remember we have a 93 kilowatt battery that offers 249 miles of range on a full charge. And as you guys can see on the driver's side here, we have our normal charger. I say normal because the other side is our fast charger, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But when it comes to the Audi e-Tron GT, it can be charged using level 1, 2, or 3 chargers. Now, level 2 chargers those are normally offering around 240 volts of electricity. And using a level 2 charger for the Audi e-Tron GT, you can reach a full charge in about 10.5 hours. Using an at-home charger will make overnight charging a little bit more convenient for GT owners. But when you come to the passenger side, that's when we talk about fast charging, because you can see we have our fast charging port hidden underneath here. Now let's talk about level 3 charging, because when you use a public level 3 DC fast charging station, the e-Tron GT can be charged from 5 to 80% in just 22.5 minutes. So that might be the good route for you guys to go when it comes to the e-Tron GT's charging. And you do have a front when it comes to the e-Tron GT. As you guys can see, it's about 1.8 cubic feet, but it is deep. So you guys will see it goes far down there. There's a pretty good chunk when it comes to the actual depth of this front. You do get a LED light there as well. And if you need to fill in your windshield wiper or windshield washer fluid there, shall I say, well, then you can do it from right here under the front. But 1.8 cubic feet of space, not a bad amount. Now, when it comes to the e-Tron GT, we're looking at about 9 cubic feet of space when it comes to the rear. We do have a 40-20-40 split when it comes to the rear seats. It's pretty deep. You guys can see it right there. And then we do have a 9.6 kilowatt battery charger here. You guys will see onboard charger, 9.6 kilowatts. Floor mats are right here as well. We got a little cubby right here, 12 volt plug-in right here, and then another cubby right here, also with some netting there, cargo netting, and then a small false floor here, where you guys will see it's more of like a shelf floor. I don't even know if I can get out of the way so you guys can see the depth of it. So there's not much there, but that charges out of that bag. It's probably a pretty good place to put it, just so you can easily access it whenever you need it. Now, of course, we gotta show off those laser lights, which look incredible with the sequential turn signals. Wow, check those out. We'll go to the darker side of the vehicle so you guys can really get a look at what they entail of. That just looks like a work of art, like a light show, literally like a light show. And then you have the amber turn signal there. And then obviously the very Tron-esque rear light bar, which looks really cool with the tail lamps there. Also the sequential tails mixed in right above the reverse light. That is just such a cool looking light show from the e-Tron GT. Now, taking a look at the key fob for the e-Tron GT, you will see that it has the e-Tron script there on the backing with gloss black, the panic button, and a physical button to actually remove a physical key. So just in case the key fob battery dies, you can still get inside of the vehicle. You will also see that we have our lock, trunk release, and unlock with the Audi rings here. Now you're wondering, well, we got a trunk. How do we get into the front? Well, if you want to get into the front, you actually have to look right here where we actually have the button for the front and the door panel. So yeah, the door panel actually holds the way to get into the front, not the key fob. So just keep that in mind once you try to access that for the e-Tron GT. Now inside the e-Tron GT is a treat. I mean, as you can see, the Aras red interior does the trick, and it will be the same thing in the rear. But check this out. We have sport seats, fine Napa leather, heated, ventilated, massaged, I mean, honeycomb, perforated leather, extra thigh support, honeycomb with the stitching, and Dynamica, which I call Alcantara all the time because this Dynamica insert feels like Alcantara, but Dynamica with matte carbon fiber, black leather with the stitching, more Aras red with the stitching, Bang & Olufsen sound system. This is a setup, and you guys will see it all on the door panel here. You'll see the seat memory here, as well as the window controls and locks. You'll see the aluminum side sill covered up here. You'll also see that we have our floor mats as well with the e-Tron GT specific floor mats. Stepping inside of this thing, it is a treat and a half. With that said, perforated leather steering wheel all the way around, flat bottom. You guys will see that we have the leather on the uppers as well with gloss black for the trim. You see the e-Tron moniker there with the big matte carbon fiber centerpiece here. You will see gloss black throughout the center here as well. And then look up and see that big panel roof. This is just a great place to be when it comes to the interior of an e-Tron GT. I love this spec. Love, love, love. So with that said, there's a lot to go over here. We'll keep it quick and do a quick rundown and overview for you guys so you guys will get the gist of everything that we have here. First, starting in the center, we have our 10.1 inch display. As you guys know, for our Audi system, has been here for a long time. Haptic buttons, as you guys will see, very fluid, very intuitive, very responsive when it comes to this overall system. Below that, you will have physical buttons, which is nice. Physical buttons for your heated seats, your ventilated seats, your climate controls. You guys can see where the LCD screen is here. That's not a touch screen there, but you actually move these toggles up and down to get those to change there. You will see the dual zone as well with the two vents here too. And then you will see right here is our control panel where we have our drive select mode, where we can go between efficiency, comfort, dynamic, and individual. We also have our traction off. We have our hazard buttons. We have right here is our park assist for our parking cameras. So you guys will see our camera view. We can do the 3D view, or you can see the 3D look all around us, which is always pretty cool. Then you also have the park assist, which is the parking actual like moving assist. It says unavailable, how I am right now. And then you guys will see that we can turn off the screen just by pressing this button here. Now we have our start stop button here, as you guys will see. We also have our parking button here. We have our drive mode selector. We're going to drive, neutral, and reverse. Reverse will bring up the cameras there as well. Press park to go into park, and you guys will see we do have a cell phone, I would say cell phone holder here, our radio controls, which are touch controls. I can actually turn up and down the radio by actually moving this just like this. So you guys will see, look at that, I didn't even press it and the music came on. I just had to slap my finger around it. You also see the cup holders here as well. Little armrest here. Open up that armrest, and you will also see, look at that, deep storage space, USB-C plugins right there. You can probably barely see them, but they're right there for USB plugins, as well as a 12 volt down there as well. And then we have our Audi system right here for our instrument cluster. You guys will see digital instrument cluster. We have paddle shifters on each side. All right, for regenerative braking. We also have our menu controls here for the instrument cluster, our hands-free controls, heated steering wheel controls, and radio controls right there as well. We also have our cruise control, driving assist and everything there. Our light controls here, along with light controls over here with our haptic buttons, you guys will see. And then we have our windshield wiper controls there. So then we have all of that, but the menu controls are important because you want to be able to move things around here. As you guys can see, look at that. I can also change what information is in between, where I'm going with it. I mean, I can go from one side to the next. I can do full navigation. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this just by using the menu button here and going up and down between the menus, go between the radio. Everything you guys can do is right here in the center. So just a great place to be overall. That full Dynamica headliner all the way through, Dynamica Alcantara, whatever you want to call it, I love it. And then you guys will see dome light, SOS buttons and everything there. And we have our mirror and our light control right up there. Now I love the rear profile, and when it comes to the Aras red for the rear seating, it just looks so good even getting into this car once you have the door open. Now before we get in, we'll see what everybody else will see, and that's our full spec with the black leather with the stitching as well. The Alcantara feel right here for the center door cars, and then you will have the aluminum door handle with the window controls down here and a speaker setup right here below with the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Now you also see the Aras red for the armrest and red stitching to go with that. Then we have a little aluminum side sill as well, as you guys will see there covered up. And then we have our floor mats right there to help protect everything. And then our Aras red honeycomb stitched perforated leather seats looks so good back here, just as sporty in the rear as a front. Hopping in, you will see the sport seats in the front of me. Plenty of knee wiggle room when it comes to space back here, so it's tons of room, tons of headroom. And as you guys can see, I'm looking up to this big panoramic roof. This glass roof just looks so natural when it comes to the e-Tron GT. Now with that said, in the center armrest, we do have cup holders there as well. And then we have our HVAC controls right here, as you guys will see, with our heated seat controls here as well. And then you can see the LCD screen that will actually give us some, control over that HVAC system by looking at the screen. So let's talk about our 2024 Audi e-Tron GT Quattro, because we start price at $106,500. But after our additional options and our $1,495 destination charge, we're looking at a total price of $122,315. Now, how did we get there? We got a couple options, like that Suzuka Gray metallic paint at $595. You also have the Aras red interior. That's included. That is free. But what is not free is the Prestige package at $8,000. Now, what does that give you? Adaptive cruise control, animation for headlights and taillights, the Audi laser lights, you have the Dynamica headliner, dual pane acoustic glass for the side windows, head-up display, heated rear seats remote assist for the Plus, and you also have top view camera system as well. Now, what else do you have? Well, you also have the full interior package for full leather. So $4,500 for that full leather interior package. Pineapple leather seats, honeycomb stitching, heated leather wrapped steering wheel, leather covered dash doors and center console, front sport seats with the side and leg bolsters, and ventilation and massage for front seats. Now you also have matte carbon inlays at $1,000 and Audi Guard all-weather mats at $225. So there we are. Now, everything else is standard here, and make sure you guys check the link in the description to see the technical data, comfort and technology, safety and convenience, and the warranty, which is 4 years roadside assistance, 4 years 50,000 miles for a new vehicle limited warranty, 8 years 100,000 for the high voltage battery coverage, and 12 years against corrosion perforation. So what do you guys think about the total price and everything you guys get here for the 2024 e-Tron GT Quattro? So at $122,000, what are you guys feeling about this e-Tron GT Quattro, and especially this spec? Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did want to help further support the channel, check the links down in the description. Give the video a big thumbs up, visit the website, give them a call, see what they got there, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.